will never think of Colin Cowherd the same after you watch this video. Listen to what he said about the Bucks.
And I'd like to officially congratulate Milwaukee for also replacing the Toronto Raptors as the really good NBA team that takes the NBA regular season way more seriously than everybody else.
Colin Cowherd always finds a way to justify media narratives. Today, we're going to break down his whole argument to why the Bucks are overrated and show just how flawed his argument is.
I'd like to remind Milwaukee, the last 10 years, the #1 seed in the East, just 2 of 10 times, has made the finals.
I love how Colin Cowherd only uses a small sample size because it fits his narrative. In the first 61 years of the NBA, 39 out of the 61 teams that made the final in the East was a #1 seed. That means nearly 2 out of 3 times the #1 seed in the East made the finals the first 61 years.
Congratulations, Milwaukee, on replacing the Toronto Raptors on the team that takes the regular season really, really seriously.
You know who else took the regular season very seriously in the East? Jordan's Bulls, the Bad Boy Pistons, Bill Russell's Celtics. How did that work for them?
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
The smart teams, Golden State Warriors, Houston Rockets, Boston Celtics, rest their starters. Long season.
So, Colin, if I'm hearing you right, you're saying that the smart teams like Golden State and Houston rest their players, unlike the Bucks. Then how come Giannis, Chris Middleton, and Eric Bledsoe average less minutes than Harden, Capella, Steph, KD, and Klay Thompson?
There's always a team in the East, and they're all the same. They have a young star or two. They have mostly a young roster. They've never won anything, and they want desperately that #1 seed. And their fans go crazy, and their fans send me hate tweets, and you don't respect us. It's always an Eastern team. They've never done anything in the playoffs. They've got 1 or 2 superstar players. They have a very young nucleus, and they will not end up in the finals. They won't. Houston might, and they got drubbed last night because Houston has a veteran coach and veteran stars, and they smartly rest their players.
All right, so once again, you're saying that Houston might make the finals because they rest their players, unlike Milwaukee. I'm pretty sure just 30 seconds ago, I proved how false that narrative was.
Greg Popovich and the Spurs were the first team to figure this out. There's no benefit. If you can't win road games, then you're not good enough to be in the finals anyway.
So I guess the Bucks aren't good enough to win road games, even though we have the best road record in the NBA. That's interesting.
So get your facts straight.
Go look at NBA history. You don't go from not winning a playoff series to being NBA champs. It doesn't work that way. It's baby steps.
So no team has gone from first round exit to finals winners? Ever heard of the Golden State Warriors?
Got him!
Talking about, but Milwaukee has replaced Toronto as the team that takes the regular season really, really seriously, and it just doesn't equate to NBA finals and NBA championships. It just doesn't.
What do you mean it doesn't equate to finals appearances? I already said this. In the first 61 years of the NBA, roughly 2 out of the 3 teams that made it to the finals in the East were #1 seeds. So it definitely does equate to finals appearances. And for those of you who say the Bucks are only good because they're in the Eastern Conference, also known as the East, they have a better winning percentage against Western Conference teams than the Golden State Warriors. As a bonus, I wanted to quickly add this clip. I wasn't going to, but then I realized he came from my Bucks, so I have to do it.
Listing players this morning. Here's who he will not be better than next year. And for the record, my gut feeling is he's going to be better than most of these guys in 3 years. but he will not be as good as LeBron, James Harden, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Joel Embiid, Steph Curry, Giannis, Kevin Durant, Damian Lillard, Devin Booker, Anthony Davis, Chris Paul, Luka Doncic, Nikola Jokic, Denver, Kyrie Irving, Klay Thompson, Ben Simmons, Jimmy Butler, Kemba Walker. He will not be better than those players next year. That's 19. That's it. I know he won't be as good as those players.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Notice who Colin didn't add on that list? Blake Griffin. So according to Colin, Zion will be better than Blake Griffin next year. I believe Zion's ceiling is Blake Griffin. And he also said Blake Griffin will be a top 20 player, which means he's going to be in the All-Star game. Players like LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Kobe Bryant, and many others even make the All-Star game their rookie year. But according to Colin, Zion will. I think that's outrageous. And are we just going to ignore how incorrect this graph is? This graph shows that Zion is just as good as LeBron was in 2007. I can't lie, I watch The Herd every weekday. It's my favorite sports show, and usually Colin is spot on all of his takes, and I love his analogies, even though half of them are about divorce.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
But on the Bucks and Zion take, he didn't decide to do the slightest amount of research. Try to do a little bit more research next time. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, hit the notification button, share this video please, and I'll see you guys next time.